Hi, thank you for joining us once again and welcome back to the Bet442 YouTube channel. We've already in this series touched on anti-post betting and we're going to focus again on an anti-post market, in particular the Grand National, and how you would go about placing a bet on the Grand National at this moment in time. Now, Bet442 currently doesn't offer future markets, anti-post markets when it comes to horse racing, but again we're using Odds Checker here to show you this particular market and how you would go about placing a bet on the Grand National, which takes place in April next year. So obviously we've gone onto the anti-post section. You can see here we've got the Grand National page. Now, obviously, relatively early stage of the season, it's hard to have a strong enough opinion when it comes to suggesting an anti-post bet for this particular race. If there is one though that would jump out at me at the current prices, if I was interested, it would be Monty Star. Now, Monty Star's got quite a lightly raced profile. I think 5 of its 8 races over fences have been in Grade 1 company. I don't think Henry de Bromhead's horses were particularly firing on all cylinders last season either, so it'll be interesting to see if they steer this one with an eye at going for the big one at Aintree next April. I think if you look at through some of its form as well at this particular horse, it's obviously, it can stay, it can jump. And I think maybe steering it towards a tilt at the Grand National might be the way Connections decide to go this season. Obviously, I think it's had 14 starts overall in its career, which is obviously very lightly raced. And it'll obviously be interesting to see who will partner it this year with Rachel Blackmore, who is the usual jockey. She announced her retirement recently. So again, not that it would be a strong fancy, but at the prices there, Monty Star would be a particular interesting one to keep an eye on for the season ahead. So if you were looking at placing a bet with Monty Star using one of these bookmakers, again, we'd just click on the price underneath which bookmaker you have signed up for or have an account with already, and that will obviously take you through to your bet slip where you would place your bet there. A bit like we've mentioned before on the anti-post section, the anti-post video we've done, there's obviously a big return if you manage to get a value selection before the official markets open. However, there is the risk obviously that these horses don't obviously line up when it comes to April next year. It could be through injury, it could be through different targets. Connections might decide to go for a different race entirely. So again, there is risk and reward when it comes to this strategy. So it is always best as well to check your T's and C's when it comes to anti-post betting with whichever bookmaker you are currently with. So again, not that that was a tip for the Grand National, but it might be one that you might want to keep on side this season going ahead. So that was just a little breakdown there of how you would go about placing a bet using Odds Checker on the Grand National. Again, guys, if there is any suggestions of any videos that we haven't covered yet in this series that you might think you may want to include, please drop a comment in the comments section of these videos. Give the videos a like as well and subscribe as well for further content. We are on X as well, so please give us a follow on that platform as well.